I go over things like events, like negative events or disagreements. I go over it over and over and over, 3D version of it, the physical, like seeing it, and then emotional wise, reading it, rewinding it forward, trying to figure out could have there been a different outcome. And it's almost like I visualize a different outcome, could have visualized a different answer, and I didn't know that like I can connect with the person. I didn't know I could do that. And when I care about someone greatly, somehow, some way I know things about them, like if they're in a bad situation or if they need assistance in something. Like I had one specific friend, like I would freak him out all the time. Like he would be in a game and I would get on and I would send him game invites right when the game ended. And he was like, how did you know I got out of my game? And he would tell me that it would creep him out and that he always thought I was hacking on the computer and tracking him. And I didn't know they were downloads. Like we would talk about stuff all the time. And I would talk about things and issues that would pop into my head. And he was like, how did you know? He was like, I had that problem and I've been thinking about that problem. How did you know to talk about it? Like I connect to people and I didn't know I had that ability. Now I understand I'm not only connected to people that are close to me, I'm connected to anything and everything. And that's how I'm designed. So I can talk to everybody's higher consciousness. And then how some people get creeped out thinking I'm doing some type of love magic, black magic, or whatever. They can't stop thinking about me. It's not magic. It's just the way I'm designed. I'm not here to hurt anybody. My kind, we're not here to hurt anybody. And this is what these people knew about me and my kind, and they covet that ability because it's natural and it's a lot stronger than what they can do. They have to do dark magic, they have to steal it, they have to do rituals. Me and my kind, we don't. It's natural. And the more that even a regular person uplifts their frequency, they get away from the 3D world. They don't need tools. They don't need rituals. They'll start getting away from that. That's a 3D. They need the 3D stuff. That's all 3D. Upgrading yourself to the 5D, you're going to be stepping away from that. And you're going to see that more and more, all you have to do is say and think it, and it manifests. You don't need the moon. You don't need the sun. You don't need the stars. You don't need symbols. You just do it naturally. That's your natural state. That you'll be connected to everything. And they don't want you to know that. And because they're such in a dark, distorted state, they can never get that ability naturally. And they can't make it to the 3D, and they're fucking jealous. They're hateful. And their mind and their vision is so distorted, they can't see it. No matter how much you can teach it to them, no matter what guides, seers, tarot card readers they hear for it about over and over and over and over again. And I even asked more questions. I've had books that I had bought. And usually, like, all the books I buy, I read. But there was a certain group of, like, a lot of books. Big chunk of books I had bought. And they were, like, metaphysical stuff that I didn't read. Or I skimmed a couple of pages. And I was like, But it was because it wasn't meant for me at that moment. And, like, the book list that I gave you guys, that's the stuff they had me grab. And then had me read certain pages answering a lot of questions. Because I was like, am I making it up? Am I crazy? Is it really the DNA, the bloodline? And I was like, if that's true, I was like, how? Why are they allowed to do what they're supposed to do? And if you look in those books, maybe later on I'll show the exact excerpts or pages that they had me look at, just open the book and look at. And all of them repeated it over and over and over again. And people that are into spirituality or even magic know this. That don't do fucking black magic know this, or else they wouldn't fucking do black magic. That God allows this. And the whole thing with the devil, like I've written, the devil, Satan, that's a setup too. That source has control over everything. Every fucking thing. And the devil, Satan, Lucifer, that archetype or whatever, however you want to label it, it works for fucking God. You think the mightiest, the smartest, the most beautiful, that was basically God's right hand, who despised humans, would help humans to do bad shit? Would help them? When this thing supposedly got thrown down, fell from heaven because it fucking hated humans, would help humans? Get the fuck out of here with that. That's a setup too. Straight setup. And I can imagine the conversation that Lucifer had with God. Lucifer was like, you know what? Let me show you how stupid these motherfuckers are. I don't like them. Let me show you how dumb they are. God was like, cool, go ahead. Lucifer was like, you gonna let me do anything? As long as they're stupid? God was like, go fucking ham. And that's what Lucifer's doing. He's being used to basically help these people commit suicide. Fooling them, thinking they're basically going to have all this power, they're going to be invincible, they're going to be immortal, and not have to give up anything for it. They're going to have access to all this shit free, nilly-willy, do whatever the fuck they want. They're getting played. They're getting played. And you could see it in the books that I had looked up, and it talks about true gifts, true access to magic and abilities are only given to the chosen by source. Only to the chosen. And they're supposed to wield it to do good, to help their neighbor, not to do selfish shit. And by doing that, it's basically you're just calling darkness upon yourself. Basically giving Lucifer permission to fuck you over. And then people can artificially do magic. They can use rituals, items, but they will not be as good and efficient as someone who is anointed, who has it in their DNA, who's supposed to do magic. And basically, it's almost like going against God, telling God, fuck you. I can do it myself. I'm above you. Guess what happens? Lucifer's on its way. Lucifer's like, God, I got this. Thumbs up. I got this shit. Watch. Watch how dumb these motherfuckers are. And then the fact that they are not anointed to do this magic. Their physical form is not compatible to the magic. They were not meant to do magic, so it makes them go insane. It makes their physical form break down. Just like I said, it's two types of energies. They are not ready, and it doesn't go in that vessel. So it causes that form to shatter. mentally, physically, spiritually. So they keep on having to do more magic just to keep themselves together. They keep on having to sacrifice something just to stay alive and to be able to do more magic. That's why they have to do what they do, because it's not natural. And then it goes along. If I remember to post it, the other lady, the latest one that I told you guys to watch, that was talking about like a lot of the, I guess what would you call the Illuminati or the entertainment industry, her last video, which I'm not, was her video today? Was it today? And she starts talking about spells, spelling, words, or magic. And she's correct, but it goes even further than that. They explained it to me in more detail. And I'm not saying that if you're not dark-skinned, you don't have this energy or ability in you. But from what I understand, I guess defining it, I guess giving it a name to make it easier, like the natural beings that are from Earth, I would just say they were melanated, so they could produce magic and manifest like instantly. And like I said, your first language is emotion. And that's where the magic comes from, is your emotion and your connection to source. You're a natural version that came from the planet. And it doesn't mean if you're not like dark skin that you don't have this. It's in your DNA. I'm just giving you an idea. Focus so you can understand. And this word magic was manufactured to do magic, to do rituals. Because the actual true form of magic comes from emotions, your first language, and your connection to source, your connection to earth. These beings, they've been around for a very long ass fucking time. Long ass time. I don't know what the fuck they did to their physical form, their energetic form. They lost this connection. Their chakras are all fucked up. They can't manifest. And a lot of them are psychopaths, sociopaths. Their mental state is broken. What do they not have? Natural emotion, empathy. So they can't produce fucking natural magic. They need word magic, artificial magic. They need rituals. They need the sun, the moon, 3D stuff. Because they're broken. They did something. So the natural beings that actually have emotion, they remember their first language, they can manifest. But these other beings that have been around for a long time have been using word magic, word salad like a narcissist does, flipping shit around, projecting what's wrong with them onto the other person who is actually energetically stronger, emotionally stronger, magic-wise stronger, by making them feel like they're inferior. Controlling their thoughts, controlling their masculine form, their willpower, their thinking, keeping them in their feminine form, their feeling, the part that actually creates. So if they make you stupid, not be able to think on your own, not having critical thinking skills, not seeing the red flags, making you fall around like a fucking sheeple. They can make you watch social media and control what you think. Then they use you as a tool to manifest, keeping you in your emotions, easily manipulatable. Because your emotions, your natural state, your form is what manifests. You feel, they don't. They're broken. So it goes even deeper. So they have to use the artificial form, the word magic, rituals, items, energy harvesting. And then use other mind shit to make the melanated group feel stupid. They're not. They're very powerful. So they use shit like IQ tests to make them feel stupid. Yes, they do, because their genetics, they don't do that great as the non-melanated on IQ tests. But it's designed to be like that. It doesn't mean like doing horrible on the IQ test makes you inferior. No. That's their form of knowledge, flipping shit around. Having a higher IQ on the IQ test doesn't mean you're a fucking better person, that you're fucking smarter or whatever. No. It's a way of mind controlling and making a melanated person that has access to that type of energy, that can feel, that's connected to source, to make them feel inferior. It's all manufactured. So if you're willing to see, you see everything. If you're willing to know, they show you. And the shit goes even deeper. Way deeper. So I guess I'll end it here because my mind just rambles and then I don't remember what I say and I'll probably just like repeat stuff. And so I'll be telling you guys more of all the stuff that I learned and to help you defend yourselves. Basically, they just don't want you to know who you are because they know who you are more than you know. And that's why they're jealous and targeting you. Because the power that they have is the power you give them. They're tricking you. So again, it's simple but complicated. And I love you guys. And I'm always there with you. Keep on doing your prayers. Know that we're not alone. And an attack upon one of us is an attack upon all of us. And my spiritual battle team is there. And we make a grid, actually. Is there for those that are worthy. Motherfuckers ain't sneaking in no more. They're not going to be doing what they've been doing, murdering people. They literally are serial killers. They've been destroying a lot of people for a long time. If not their physical form, their spiritual form. Fucking them up in the head and taking everything away from them. Just because these people are fucking sick in the head. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't. Because every chance, if they could, they would destroy you in every which way imaginable, and they probably already are. You just don't know it. And they act like they're there for you. They're not. They're there for themselves. All you have to do is just have the eyes to see. And ask the universe for you to see the truths of the truths and the lies of the lies, and see their true face, their true heart and intentions, and they will show you. You have to accept what they fucking show you and not make excuses for their behavior, because that's what they want. They're playing on your fucking emotions. That's why they targeted you. Because you're gifted and you care and you're empathic. So they use that against you, doing their little whispering shit, making you fucking feel guilty. If you do some research on the psychology, all of them are textbook psychotics. Textbook. They don't feel shit. They're just very good at acting. It's an act. They've been watching everybody, learning how to mimic. They're professionals. Don't even try to battle them. They'll fucking win every time. They've been doing this their whole fucking life. Most of them their whole life. Don't even bother. Just consider bad behavior, and fucking walk off and cut them off energetically. Do your fucking cord cutting. If you have to do that shit every day. Because even though if you turn that, as a person said, if you turn off the fucking light, don't think that they are not coming back and turning it back on. You have to keep on doing it over and over and over and over again. And it might take a while for you to not fucking be influenced and think about them. Because just like I said, they put a certain type of energy upon you. And that energy is embedded in your nails and in your hair, in your skin, in your bones. You have to reprogram and let that shit fall off. Just be aware, man. These motherfuckers are crazy. And if you can, another thing that does help, Do burn piles every day. Write, if you need to write it down, whatever you need to release, talk to the universe, talk to your spiritual guides, talk to source. Do a burn pile every day. Reburn all their fucking black magic. Reburn all their fucking cords, tie. Reburn that shit every fucking day. And you'll notice it'll help you. And then you'll get better and better at your prayers and your petitions to source, your declarations. You'll get more and more powerful, and you'll get more downloads, and you'll feel energetically way better. And if your moods change, not to your benefit when you wake up, is because they were working on you while you were asleep. So do whatever you need, energy clearing, salt baths, crystals, prayers, light a candle, put a prayer on the fucking candle. Even do like prayer wraps on a piece of paper and just rewrap the candle every time you light it, so you don't have to rewrite everything. Because you do get kind of lazy, and they work on that too. They whisper in your head, oh, don't do it today. Don't get up. You don't. They do that shit too. It's them. You just have to be aware. And that's the strongest part of fighting them, is just being aware. It's harder for them to lie to you and trick you when you're aware. So yeah, I guess the next episode.